Hello folks, very good morning to all and welcome to the channel on this slightly misty morning actually. Well, first off I'd just like to start by saying a big thank you to all those folks that made some very nice comments about my recent medical condition. Now, if you're new to the channel and you weren't aware, back in August, so a month and a bit ago, I went into a hospital in Oxford, a heart hospital, and had a couple of stents fitted into the old heart arteries because I've got coronary heart disease and the blood flow was not working properly, and every time I was walking kind of thing or exercising, it would hurt like hell. So the long and short is I had to go into hospital and have a couple of stents fitted, and I'm all fighting fit now, ready to go. But the result of that was my travel insurance was up for renewal basically about the time that I was undertaking all the diagnosis stuff, and they wouldn't cover me for travel insurance, understandably. But yesterday, woohoo, I was able to get travel insurance, and so it's a Friday and I've just decided to jump on the boat, which is leaving in about an hour's time, so I'm running a little bit on the late side. So I thought I'd jump on the boat now I've got my travel insurance and just have a cheeky little day trip in France. So it's going to be a little bit of a last hurrah for the summer season, because I think the boats from Jersey are now going to be very infrequent to the wonderful country of France. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get on the boat and go to just a little pootle around France, have a little bit of lunch, then come back on the later boat. But the times aren't brilliant. I literally have about 5 hours on French soil, so packing last night, just making sure I've got everything, obviously making sure my travel documents are up to date, passport is in here somewhere, got a spare key, and what else is there to do? Got my travel insurance, and then we've got the fluorescent jacket, I've got my puncture repair kit, tyre inflator, some zip ties, all the crap that you need to go with it. But just literally for 5 hours in France. I've not been at work since May of this year, so God knows how many months ago that was, nearly 5 months ago, and I won't be going back to work until February because of this. So the regulatory bodies who control everything that I do have stipulated that because I've had stents fitted, then there is a minimum time of 6 months from the stent operation. That's all to do with being a commercial airline pilot, so that's why I can't go back to work for 6 months from the date of the operation. So do you know what, I just needed to get away off the rock, go and give the bike a good thrash. So that's what we're going to do today, give the bike a good old run. And I'm quite interested to be testing out these new Wunderlich Super Flex, Pro Flex, whatever they're called, handlebars. So I've just made sure, they've been on the bike for about a week now, so I've just made sure that everything's still in the right torque settings and we're good to go. Given the bike a once over, check the tyre pressures, and everything is good to go. Also keen to see the battery life of my iPhone, I don't know, 14 Pro, whatever I've got, in relation to the Cardo's on here, isn't it? In relation to the Chigees AIO-5 Lite. So I've got I've got 3 separate routes in there. So just going to be interested to see the battery life and how good it is. So I'm using the Scenic app. I'll put a link in the description for the handlebars, the Chigees and the Scenic app, so go and check it out. So it's a bit of a test run really for everything, but we're going to go down to the boat now. So what we'll do is run that intro. Welcome back folks. Well, whilst we're making our way down to the boat, which is just off the roundabout here, I may as well big up my island and sort of promote it really. So Jersey then, it's got about a population of 110,000 people or thereabouts, 8 miles by 5 miles, 40 mile an hour speed limit. So there's me testing a BMW R1250GS with 170 horsepower and a M1000XR with 250 horsepower. Check those videos out. So it's really hard to do fun, exciting videos, and I do try to keep my videos fairly light-hearted, although my job is very serious. If you consider coming down to Jersey from the UK, from the south shores of the UK, then Jersey is a great place, great beaches, restaurants, lots of World War II stuff, because the Germans were here occupying it for a number of years in the Second World War, so lots of museums if you're into that kind of stuff. And you can, if the boats are running, on our local ferry, Condor Ferries. It's cost me £60 to actually get, let's go in this lane actually, 60 quid just for a day return. I don't know how that compares to the UK if you're doing a day return, I'm not sure, but yeah, £60. So yeah, so you can get to France for the day, have a couple of days, go and do the Normandy landing beaches, that kind of thing. But what we're going to do now is check in over there. Hello there, there you go, thank you. Lane 13, okay, thanks. So that's check-in done. That one. The ferry terminal down here is an absolute dog's dinner of a design. It's awful, but there we go. Never mind. We'll survive. Through security. And then go and join the queue. In the queue, then we just wait for the boat to start loading. See you soon. And then just like that, it's onto the ferry. This is always the fun bit, not binning it on a slippery surface. It's always the worrying bit when they lash the bike down. Always hang around just to make sure they're not going to damage it. And it's as simple as that. Right, let's go and find a seat. This will do it. Well folks, that wasn't too bad. That was an hour and 25 hours and 30 minutes on the ferry. Nice smooth conditions. So here we are then in France. Woo! Next thing we've got to do is just go through passport control. Passports in here and get that stamped. Don't know where these guys are going. Bonjour monsieur. Yeah, dun, 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 dun. Should be enough free pages in there to put a stamp on there. Merci. Au revoir. And remember to drive on the other side of the road. All I'm going to do now is with the Chigees go to my scenic app, where to, and I've got routes in there, and I've got it day trip to France. We're going to go from St.Malo, which is where we are now, to Dinan. Have a look around there, nice old medieval town, and let's go. Start the nav. And today's run is going to be about 90 miles, so the first leg is just heading south from St.Malo. And it's about a 40-minute ride down to a very nice medieval town on the side of a river as well, and that is called Dinan. Yeah, about 40 minutes to get down there. A little bit of motorway work. I think I've got the route. Dear me, got to have eyes in the back of your head. And then we'll go up to a place on the coast, and then we'll have a little bit of lunch there. And I think that's called it's the Port Saint-Guidon or something like that. And I'm going to be interested to see how the Chigees performs using the Scenic app. That's my go-to navigation. Today is the Scenic app, and when I started this morning, when I left home, my battery on my iPhone was full. It was at 100%. So I've listened or watched a little bit of the last grand tour with James May and Clarkson and Hammond and all that kind of thing. So I watched a little bit of that. So I won't charge my phone unless it goes dead, and we'll just see how long the iPhone 14 battery lasts without charging it up. So in case you guys are always concerned about how long the phone is going to last with the Chigees on and all that kind of stuff, I'll try and let you know. Got my Wunderlich click bag, that's 6 litres. That's a really nice bag. I'll put everything in the description down below. And then I did call these new handlebars, but they're bar risers. They're the flex ones from Wunderlich. Again, everything's down below. I'll just be interested to see how they are. They come up, I think it's 25mm, and they've got some some anti-vibration dampening inserts in them as well. So interested to see how that is. And looks like it's a bit of traffic or roadworks down here. Okay, let's do a little bit of filtering. Well, that's a great thing about being on a motorbike, isn't it? but you've got to have your wits about you when you're doing all this kind of stuff, filtering. Toot directions, that's what we want. Just nice to stretch the legs of the BM. Chigee at the moment with the 5-inch screen, very nice, and it's all, yeah, it looks really good. It's all working beautifully. So that senior cap is really good actually. You've got to pay yearly, and I think they're just about to launch a big update on it as well. So I've just done a little bit of motorway work, and in relation to the Wunderlich bar risers, very good, no vibration, excellent. Yeah, so quite impressed with those. Now we're just making our way to that very nice little medieval French town of Dinan. We're going to go over the viaduct as we go around the corner. Very nice view. So that's the medieval town with the walls of Dinan. This is the viaduct going over the river, and then we'll drop down and we're going to go down to the other little town down there, part of Dinan. Beautiful, been here loads of times. So we're going to turn left here, and this will take us down into the port. I say port because there's lots of boats that moor up there. They sail up and down the river. Le Port de Dinan. There we go, the port of Dinan. Time for a Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola. So this, folks, is the port of Dinan. Sits below the medieval town, but it's very, very pretty. Really is pretty. And September the 20th, the sun's out, it's 19 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be very busy down here around lunchtime, and I'm planning to have my lunch on the coast, about 40 minutes away from here or something like that. But this is very, very pretty, very nice, with all the yachts and everything, as you can see. Yeah, I might have a Coca-Cola. What I might do is just park in there, I think. Right, so let's just spin it around. Bonjour. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it here, I think. Welcome to Dinan. There we go, folks, the port of Dinan. Very, very pretty. Really pretty. Viaduct we just come over. Try not to fall in the water. Yeah, very nice. Really nice. Yeah, beautiful. Certainly worth a visit. I'm not going to have a Coca-Cola here because I forgot I actually packed my own water, so my own beverages. So I'm going to have some water from there, stay about 10 minutes and then hit the road again. So the next destination where we're going to have some lunch, so I may have a Coca-Cola up there, is St.Cast-le-guildo. I can't even pronounce that properly. So about 22 miles, 40 minutes, and it's basically north of here on the coast. And we're going to have, hopefully, if the restaurant's open, mussels and chips. Oh, my favourite. So let's get on the bike and go up there now. Routes. Day trip France, September. Dinan to St.Cast-le-guildo. 40 minutes, 22 miles. That's the one we want. And start the nav. So we've got the new route in the Chigees. 22 miles, 40 minutes. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. And that, folks, is Dinan. It's just nice to get off the rock and enjoy some different scenery. Oh, here's a nice bike, the GS. It is a nice bike. Just does everything. Really is good. Wow, look at that. Very nice. It's time for moules and frites. Moules and frites. Oh yeah, moules and frites. I am so hungry. I hope they're open. I did check on the internet yesterday that they would be open today, Friday. Right, somewhere to park. Oh, I can put the bike there, that's going to be great. Yes, there we go. Bar, brasserie, crepes, glass, ice cream. Yes, look, they're all open. Results. Oh, Le Petit Mousse. Le Caraval Café. Very nice. Yep. Oh man, I'm full. Oh. Well folks, that was St.Cast-le-guildo. I still don't know if I've been pronouncing that correctly, but I can recommend this restaurant here. Temperature's 21 degrees. That was really worth the ride to have the moules frites, creme brulee and 2 Coca-Colas. Very pleasant down here. So we're just going to leave the port now. It goes up the windy hill. Then there's a lighthouse at the top actually with a car park with a nice view over the harbour. So we're going to go up there, and then we've basically got not quite a race back to the harbour to get the ferry back home. So it's quite a quick day trip away actually. And as I said, I think earlier on we would have done about 90 miles or thereabouts. But what a great day. A little bit hazy, but a real nice day. I just want to go to sleep now. That was a beautiful lunch, and obviously after lunch you get a bit tired, so you just want to make sure sticking to the correct side of the road. In fact, Jacob, hello Jacob, he always puts a little note, I'll follow these guys, puts a little note on his navigation device saying keep right. So not a bad idea actually, especially when you've had some lunch. So there we go. So this is the car park overlooking the Guido, obviously used as an air or something for all the motorhomes. Very nice. Some very expensive motorhomes as well. There we go. Very nice. Right, so that was the Guido, and then we've got the, I was going to say lighthouse, but it's not. It's a weather observation place or something, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah. Yes, very nice. Anyway, we've got 40 miles to go, about an hour and a bit to get back to the ferry. So time wise, yeah, my planning has worked out really well actually. So current time is in France 2:45, so they're an hour ahead, 2:45, and I had planned to be back at the terminal for 4 o'clock French time. So yeah, perfect timing, subject to any traffic delays. In relation to the phone, I've used it a lot taking video and stuff, certainly at lunchtime with me eating my lovely moules. So I've actually plugged it in, it got down to about 56%, so I've plugged it into the USB in the console down there. So I'm not really going to be able to give you a good indication of how long the phone is going to last if you're just using it purely for the Chigees navigation. So yeah, 56%, and I've just plugged in because I did lots of video. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I've had a couple of stents fitted in the old ticker, and what I will suggest is if your phone is locked and you're involved in an accident, emergency or whatever, and you're laying by the side of the road or you can't communicate, there is an emergency part to the phone, and what I've done is I've put all my medical conditions on there, especially the fact that I'm on blood thinners, so it's not going to clot as quickly. So yeah, that's an idea. If you're going away, just put a little brief medical history on the emergency part of your phone, which anybody can access, but they can't obviously they can't unlock the phone because they haven't got the unlock code. But if you're involved in an accident or an incident, then yeah, they've got access to your medical records. So I just thought I'd point that one out to you, but I'm sure a lot of you know that anyway. Well, that's it folks, we're now very shortly arriving back at the harbour in St.Malo. We've had a great day, 90 miles. I'd actually planned it to be arriving back at the harbour French time at 4 o'clock. It's now 2 minutes to 4 o'clock, so that's absolutely bang on. So today was just about getting away and having a bit of a blast on the old GS 1250, and I've got to say I've ridden the 1300 this week, which has been modified. It's got a lot of power, and the M1000 XR, which is modified, engine out, lots of bits done to it, up the power to, I don't know, 250. The 1300 had 170 horsepower. Click up down here, go and have a look at those. But I have to say, however many HPs this 2-year-old GS 1250 has got, it's still very, very good, and it sort of pretty much ticks all the boxes. And talking of GSs, there's another one over there as well. They're everywhere. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for a GS, don't automatically think about the 1300. There's going to be some good deals done on the 1250s, and they are a really good bike. So it's been really great just to get out on the old girl and give it some stick actually. So overall then, the GS has performed brilliantly as always. It's just a great bike. The handlebar risers from Wunderlich, they've been really good actually. No vibration, even at silly speeds. The Chigees, again, that's performed very well, hasn't let me down. I have got my phone on charger because I've been doing a lot of videoing whilst I sat around having my mauls and frits and all that kind of stuff. I hope it's just been enjoyable really. As I say, I like to make these videos, give people a bit of a giggle. Don't like to take life too seriously unless the engine's on fire. So yeah, I'm all about just having a little bit of fun, doing some nice entertaining videos for you folks out there. Well, that's it, we are now back at the ferry terminal, and the boat is in about an hour and 30 minutes I think, or something like that. So there we go, the walled city of St.Malo. So back at St.Malo, time wise, well, I was a minute out, so I've got to say that's not too bad, is it really? A minute out, I'll take that. Do all that YouTube stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that's been my 90 miles 5-hour day trip to France. As ever, ride safe. Yep. See you again in the next video. Take care for now. Bye. There you go folks, finally that's the end of my day trip, and we are now boarding the Condor high-speed ferry to the glorious island of Jersey, carrying 2 cups of tea.